The most frequently used component in Joomla is the content component. You can use this component to create articles, categorize them, then display them in the front end. In this video, we will look at some of the view options for content. We're starting on the front page this time. You'll notice that we have a layout that's displaying a couple of articles on the front page. Next, let's click Seasonal Specialties. This layout is showing a single article created by the content component. Now click Ingredients We Use. This one is showing several different articles from the same section. It's also showing a description of the section at the top of the page. Finally, let's click A List of Fruits. The content component is generating a list of all of the articles in the fruits category. It's also displaying a description of the fruits category at the top of the page. The component also provides you a filter you can use to filter the articles in the list. Let's go back to the home page. At the moment, the home page is using the front page layout. We have an article at the top, and then we have an article down here and a dividing line. This is set up so that you have a leading article with some columns, and then maybe some links at the bottom. We'd like to change this so that both articles display the full width of the page. We can do this in the back end, so let's go there. Before we make our adjustment, let's take a look at the menu at the top of the screen. We have Components, and then we have Content. Most of the components are listed underneath Components. But the Content component is listed on its own menu. That's because the Content component is the most important component in Joomla. You'll be using it the most. Now let's go to the Menu Manager. Main Menu. The layout we want to adjust is on the home page, so let's open the Home link to make this adjustment. The box on the right gives us some options for adjusting the layout of the home page. We can change the number of leading articles on the home page. First, we'll change the number of leading articles on the home page. These are the articles that are displayed at the top of the page and take the full width of the page. We're going to change this to 2. That way, both of our articles will display at the top. Next, let's adjust the intro and columns boxes. These boxes control the column layout that we saw on the front end. 4 introductions will be split between 2 columns with the current configuration. We don't want to display this at all, so let's set both to 0. Finally, if we add more articles to the front page, they'll be displayed as links at the bottom of the page. Let's leave links at 4 for now. Let's click Save. Now go back to the front end and click Refresh. Now we have both articles taking up the full width of the page. There are no columns, and we see the articles. Now we have both articles taking up the full width of the page with no columns. Joomla's core content management is really just another one of the many components available in the system. Understanding how the content component works is the basis for building your site.